Everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and as you can tell from the title, we are pregnant, and this is some very exciting and unexpected news. But we're very grateful. I'm still in shock for the most part, but this is baby number 6. So this is my 6th pregnancy, and we have 4 children. So we have a 13, 9, 6, and 3-year-old. And I had a miscarriage about 10 years ago. So this would be my 6th pregnancy. So every pregnancy is always just a little scary just because of miscarriage history. But I'm just going to try to enjoy every little bit of this pregnancy since it's here and it's completely unexpected. But I am super excited that I am given this opportunity to carry another baby. So yeah, what I will be doing, what I want to do every week is kind of do just like a pregnancy weekly vlog of just the journey, my symptoms, experience, doctor's appointments, things like that, things that I wish that I would have done with my other children. That way I could look back on that and enjoy those memories now that, of course, they've gotten a lot older. But just to kind of shoot into how I found out I was pregnant, which I kind of had a feeling that I was. But my first symptom was actually my left breast. Like my boobs, they usually get sore before my cycle starts, so that was normal. What wasn't normal to me, and what stood out more was like at night when I would take my bra off, my boob, it just felt really heavy, and I kind of felt like there was a lump there, or kind of like better words of explaining it is it felt like for expecting mothers, you know, like when you're or after you have your baby, your milk duct gets clogged, and that is kind of how it felt. So immediately I was kind of alarmed, and the next day, I let my fiance know, and I was just like, hey, like, this is happening, I don't know, it's very odd. But the next day I went ahead, I phoned the doctor, and so I got an appointment, and so I go in, and I'm giving her like all of my symptoms and like what's going on and stuff, and so she kind of does like a breast exam, and she just says some of my my tissues were swollen, and she said that's normal for women who drink a lot of caffeine, energy drinks, or increased nicotine. And unfortunately, I have started picking back up on smoking, so that is one thing that I am really working towards stopping. And then also caffeine is like one major thing for me. Is I'm not like a pop drinker, I'm more of coffee. Coffee every day. And then also energy drinks. So I work out, so it's pre-workout drinks, or the pre-workout drinks in the mornings. So I was drinking a lot of caffeine, so she just said, cut back on your intake with your caffeine, try to cut out the nicotine. So I said, okay. She didn't do any pregnancy test or anything like that because I had not yet had my period. So I went and seen my doctor on the 10th, I want to say, of May, and I don't know, it wasn't setting right with me, her answer. So not that day, it was actually the next day. It was later that night, the next day, I was still feeling off, and after I would eat, I would just feel nauseous, and I would get nauseous before my cycle, but never was it like when I ate something and I would feel sick afterwards. So that was a little different for me, and that was another sign that I was just like, something's off. Like, you know, that women intuition that you have, and you're just like, no, something's off, something's going on, something's stewing. So I went out, and I have all the tests that I took here because, of course, I took more than one test. The first test that I took here, it was a blue dye test. Sorry, can't talk. Blue dye test, and so that blue dye test, this was my first test that I picked up, and I should have known that blue dye tests are never to be trusted. And that's just out of all of my experiences with my pregnancies. I somehow always get stuck with at least getting one blue dye test. So I took this, and automatically it was coming up, and I saw a grayish line or a shadowed line, but I didn't really look at it like that, like as it being a positive. I just kind of looked at it as it being like an evaporation line, or like a shadowed line, they say. So I just was like, oh, that's probably like a fluke or something. I'll go and I'll pick up another test tomorrow. So that's what I did. I went and then I got a first response, the pink dye test, which are much more reliable. I went and I got a pink dye test, and sitting on the toilet, I pee on the stick and put it on the ground, and so the first line that I see is the control line, and then the second line slowly starts to creep in, and I was just in shock, completely lost for words. I was shaking so bad, but this is the results of the first response. So, clearly 2 lines. After this one, this one I took in the morning. And again, completely shocked. I went back to this test like a million times to go back and make sure that that is what it says that it is. I was so shocked. But this was in the morning. So, what I did was, I still was in such a shock. I went and got a clear blue test, and it's like the ones where you can do a triple check or a double check or something like that. And so I picked up the clear blue test. So one shows you not pregnant or not pregnant, and the other one shows you like a plus or a minus sign. So I went ahead and got that box, and this was later on in the day, probably about midday. I went to Walmart. I actually picked up a shirt because it was a coincidence that like the night before I went to Walmart, I saw this baby on board shirt, and I was like, that would be just like so ironic if I was pregnant, and I just so happened to see that shirt. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a great way to tell my fiance. So I was like, I'm gonna go back to Walmart and I'm gonna go pick up this shirt. Well, the shirt was gone, so that blew my plans on that. But I go over to maternity section, and I'm just looking for other shirts maybe that I can kind of surprise him with. And there was this shirt that said, I'm already in love. And I just was like, that is so cute. And so I just felt like that was the perfect one to get. So I got that one, and I also got one that said like mama, mama, mama on it. And it was like 6 times that it had mama on it, and it's cute. But so I ended up picking up 2 maternity shirts just because I thought they were cute, and it would be a good way to kind of announce to my fiance that I took the test. And mind you, he did not know that I was even planning on taking a test or that I felt like I was pregnant. So anyways, I leave, I get back home, I call him on the phone, and I'm like, hey, I want to show you my shirt. And so I have him on FaceTime, and he's reading over my shirt, and he's lost. And he's like, what? And then I had the test on my belly, and he was like completely surprised. Like he was in shock as well. So, but this is all a blessing, and we are so grateful and honored to be expecting again. So it's another addition added to our already big family. So we'll take it. But so that is how I told him. And actually still in shock, yes, I did take these tests because I wanted to make sure really. So I went ahead and like a little while after I got the phone with him, I just wanted to have something that said, "You're pregnant." So that is this one. Okay, so after I had this in my hands where it said pregnant, it really set in, and like all over shock because it definitely is unexpected. So when you get unexpected news, you're very all over the place. You don't know how, when did you get your last cycle? So that is still kind of like up in the air. I remember maybe that I got a cycle last month, which would have been April 14th or April 15th, but I can't say for sure. And my fiance, he's pretty sure that I had one, but I didn't chart it. So it was hard to kind of give the doctors a date of when my last menstrual cycle was because I didn't chart it. And I'm very good at charting when I do have a cycle each month, and how the flow is and things like that. I actually used an app. It's called Eve, and the app is great. I love it. So yeah, pregnant. It was pregnant. So it's exciting, and no one knows. So the only people that know, well, I can't say no one knows. The only people that know are, well, myself, of course, my fiance, and some ladies, some wonderful ladies from my group that I told just because they're very supportive, and I wanted to tell some more of my support people because it was so surprising to me that I was happy and then I was all over the place, and I was happy and I was all over the place. So I just want to tell someone. So I actually told quite a few people, but so the ladies in my group know, also like my best friend from work knows, and my mom and my sister. But our kids, our 4 kids, have no clue. So so right now I'm actually in my room. So if I'm lightly talking, I'm sorry. I will, sorry, my butt's going numb. So I'm in my room right now, and if I'm lightly talking, I'll try to up the volume when I edit the video. But they have no idea. So I don't know yet how I'm going to tell them. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get Bella, who is our 3-year-old, I wanted to get her a big sister shirt and kind of surprise them that way. But then also, his mom doesn't know. So I'm excited to tell them to see what their reaction is going to be. But I'm still working out different ideas on how I can tell them. So if you guys have any ideas of how you think that I should reveal to them, please let me know in the comments. And I would love to read over those and kind of go over some scenes and maybe like how I can reveal to them. And if other moms are out there as well who have been kind of confused on how to tell your other children, tell me your experience and kind of like what you guys did and how you let your other kids know. That would be awesome. So more exciting news is I'm recording this video today, which I have downloaded the Baby Center app on my phone. Today I am officially 5 weeks and 1 day. 5 weeks and 1 day pregnant. And so this is kind of like how the baby's growing right now, and so yeah, I mean I'm still in shock. I just wanted to make this video because, like I said, I want to do weekly vlogs and weekly uploads just to kind of do just to journey my progress. Also, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm recording this video today. I wanted to get it up hopefully by the end of the night tonight, just to say, hey, I'm pregnant. We're pregnant. It's, oh, another baby. Gosh. That's my kind of still in shock, still in like, oh my gosh, like diapers and poo and up all night. But I'm super excited because we have an appointment tomorrow with my OB. So I am excited about that. I'm hoping that they do give us an ultrasound because of like our past with the miscarriage and stuff like that. And then also because I don't know exactly when my last cycle was. So I'm pretty sure that they will. Fingers crossed that they will. But I'm really excited about that tomorrow. Hopefully they'll let me take the camera back in there with me. So then that way I can record that journey as well, because I do want to look back on those things too. So yeah. And I don't know if I said it or not of when I found out I was pregnant. It was May 12th was the faint line that I got. So if I didn't mention that, I'm sorry. My brain is everywhere. That's another thing with pregnancy. Your brain will be everywhere. Even after you have your kids, your brain will be everywhere. A lot of times, I blame my brain on my kids. Just saying. But on May 12th, that's when I got the faint line. And on May 13th, I confirmed it with a positive, you're pregnant, bitch. Like, it's happening. You're pregnant. So I am still in shock, but I'm really excited for this journey because I'm going to take advantage and soak in every part of it. But welcome to my channel. Hopefully you guys stick around and stick with me on this journey because it's going to be a long journey. And there's going to be a couple more videos coming your way, especially with the one tomorrow. I will get up and start vlogging and, getting ready for my appointment and stuff like that. So I will pick up the camera then. And hopefully, like I said, I will be able to take the camera into the doctor's office. Another thing, my symptoms. So I told you about my left breast issue. And then also, like, I'm nauseous when I eat certain stuff. Like, I haven't got a routine of, like, kind of the stuff that I eat that makes me sick. So I'm not too sure, like, if that just comes at certain times of the day. I haven't really noticed it yet, but headaches. Headaches was another big thing for me. Like, it was a different type of headache. Like, it wasn't, like, in the front how I usually get my headaches, like, when I'm getting ready to start my menstrual. It was kind of like back in here. So that was another thing too. And food. So, like, when my cycle starts upcoming, I love chocolate. Chocolate and french fries is like the biggest thing for me. Chocolate and french fries. I'm gluten intolerant, so I can't eat bread. Usually it would be bread. But I can't eat bread. So I crave none of that. Right now I have no cravings at all for anything. And it's so weird because in my other pregnancies, I've had tons of cravings for different things. So this is quite new, and I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys stick around on this journey with me because it's going to be very, very emotional. Definitely very emotional. But I'm super happy. I am happy. I'm excited that, again, I'm given this opportunity to carry yet another baby. And I don't know if this is going to be our last baby or not. So we will see. And then also another thing is the gender. I would prefer a boy, but of course I don't care. But I do not want to know the sex of the baby until the baby is born. So that is going to be one big thing for me. Is I always want to know. No. As soon as we can see what it is, I always wanted to know. But this time, I'm just going to write it out. Just write it out. Write it out until it gets here, and we're surprised. I really want to do that. So, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys stick around, and welcome. Bye.